Welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, recorded live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hey, welcome back to Beacon House, everybody. I know it's been a dang old minute, and we're going to talk about today exactly why it's been such a long minute. And we just appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for listening so much. And before we get too far into it, I want to say hey to my co-host, Grace. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Grace, say hello.
Hello. I am back. It's been a minute filming this seat.
It has been a minute. A lot of people have asked. We've gotten requests. I've gotten messages on Messenger, Instagram. I've gotten text messages, people going like, when is Grace going to come back? Like, we really miss hearing her voice. Like,
it makes my heart flutter. I love that.
Yeah.
I miss it. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've missed it. I was talking to you. I've missed you. But I'm glad to hear that people enjoy hearing my voice. I always thought that I'm 37 and I sound like I'm 12.
I don't know, man. It's like you've got something that people dig, and so
I love
you've got that sweet benediction.
I dig them.
See, you guys hear that? Grace loves you back also. So don't be a wee weenie about it. So we'll talk a little bit about what kept us away for so long. I mean, I had a surgery, and it's kind of a crazy one. But before we get into that, just how are you doing in general, man? How's life? How's your heart? How's your world? What's going on?
Honestly, it's good. It's too good that it's boring.
Okay.
Like, it's boring. Like, everything's that's happening to me, it just feels like everything's too good to be true at the moment. So it's like there's got to be, my life's not very exciting, so I'm waiting on something to happen.
Man,
you know that feeling?
I do.
Where you're just kind of you're like, nothing's going wrong. You're good. I'm working for myself. My business is taking off. I'm training dogs, pet sitting, just doing that. Because I've always been working 2 to 3 jobs. I think like the last 2 to 3 years. I've always had like a side part-time job. Now it's just this. I do this full time.
We talked about that on here a couple times. Mm-hmm. Like you were just like, well, first I get up and I go do this, and then I go do this thing, and then I have a client, and then I go to work, and I come back and I do this, and just like, you're very busy bee.
Yeah, I don't like being busy.
I don't either. But well, I'm kind of enjoying being busy now because I haven't been busy at all for
you haven't been
3 months. Yeah,
at all. But
but you know, man, like I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like sometimes just having kind of like a really stable, maybe I'm not going to call it boring, but just like a very non-chaotic life.
I love it.
It's kind of great. You know,
I'm not used to it though.
A friend of mine used to tell me, he would say that in like, I don't know, like ancient Asian cultures, and somebody's going to Google this and totally roast me in the comments, like correct them if I'm wrong. But what I mean is like, there was a saying, and it was like, if you wanted to really wish something terrible on somebody, or like really like roast them real bad, or you want to like curse a person, you would say to them, may you live in interesting times, meaning like the best, most calm, stable life is like a life where everything is sort of uninteresting, but it's just real calm and peaceful.
It's so nice. Like my relationship with Caleb is great.
Serene.
We're at Zen. Every couple has their moments, right? But our moments don't last long. And we've gotten so good at communicating and reading each other that we don't take offense all the time. Work has been great.
Well, I think relationships are supposed to have dynamics too.
Well, you're supposed to, like the back and the forth. Like it's good that me and him question each other's thoughts and like how
opens
they
the
do.
conversation.
Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like we're respectful.
If I was dating somebody that every time I went, you know what I think, this thing about that thing, and they just went, yeah. And then the conversation just ended, I would go fucking crazy. I need somebody to go, I don't know. Have you ever considered this? And then I go, ooh.
Well, we agree on a lot,
yeah.
You know, obviously, because if we didn't, then we wouldn't be together. But yeah, we question each other, and there's always that thing. But I'm also gone all the time for work. So we live together now. So
Right.
I mean, we've lived together, 3 months now? And so we're in that dynamic of where it's like, okay, I'm getting to know how he is in the house. He's getting to know how I am in the house.
Have you noticed, have you guys got little things that drive you crazy yet?
Yes. We got in a little over
something really small
about me. I wanted to leave so he has a bedroom and I have a bedroom, but we stay in his bedroom mostly, right? But I have my own space. My room has all my stuff in it. So if I want to be in there, I'll be in there. And he keeps turning off my ceiling fan.
Like when you're not in there?
Yes, because I leave it on because the house gets a little humid and I run hot. And my fan, I think the fan helps through the house, like it being on. And whenever I go back into my room, I want it to feel the temperature that I want it at. He keeps fucking turning it off. And he's like, why? He's like, you're not in there. Turn it off. And then I told him that I felt like it helped cool down the house too. And he's like, no, it doesn't. So we're just getting these little spats over him turning the ceiling fan. That's about it. But I trust him. Our relationship's really good. But life is good. I'm used to chaos. So I think that's why I'm like, something has to mess it up. Something has to go wrong soon because I'm not used to being it so at peace.
Yeah, things have to stay interesting for sure.
I'm happy.
That's funny about the ceiling fan because I'm sort of like that too. But I go back and forth. Like I'll have a ceiling fan on in my room, and when I leave, I'll go, I better turn that off. I'm not going to be in here. But then I'll be like, wait a minute. If it's hot, it's going to get hot in the room. When I come back, it's going to take forever for it to cool down.
If I leave the house, I'll turn it off.
Right.
But if I'm in the house and I'm going to be going back into that room,
yeah.
Don't touch it.
Dude, I saw a thing where, I don't know, it was like a science thing or some freaking thing. But, and they were talking about when you turn on a ceiling fan, it doesn't actually change the temperature in the room at all. It just circulates the air. And the air flowing across your skin, kind of like if you blow on something to cool it down, like that causes there to be like a heat evaporation. It makes you feel cooler, but it doesn't actually change the temperature.
I think I've heard that before.
But I'm like, so what?
I still like it.
It's still, if it feels good, like it feels, if I'm hot and I sit under a fan, I feel better.
It's better than turning the AC down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
On the bill, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't have a thermometer sticking out of my ass to prove that like we went down a degree. Like I feel better, and nobody can tell me. It's the same reason when you get like I don't know, like water evaporation. Like sometimes you get out of the shower and it's cold because you're wet. Like the temperature in the room doesn't technically change.
You're
right?
There's
something going on
with your skin
level,
which are huge holes. Have you seen that? I didn't realize that, but all of our skin is just a bunch of little holes.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And you have also these things that live in your eyelashes.
My allergies are awful.
Mine are terrible lately. I thought I was having like breathing problems, like post surgery, because I was just like, I can't get a breath, and most of my nose was stopped up the whole time, and it was just because of allergies. But
my stepbrother had to have a sinus surgery because his nose is always clogged and he was always talk nasally, so he just had like a huge surgery. Sorry, and go back.
What you were talking about skin and weird things like that? Do you know that you have these little things that live in your eyelashes, and I think they're called demodex. Somebody can Google that, but they literally live in your eyelashes, and when you go to sleep at night, they come out and have sex all over your face. And then they go back in at night.
What?
That's fucking real. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Demodex. Our friend Shauna knew about it because she went to like beauty school and they had to learn about it, whatever. But there's all these little things that live like in your eyelashes, and you can't get rid of them because like they're so little. They, like
a living creature.
Yeah,
like it's an organism or a living organism.
Yeah. Where
are they fucking on my
right on your eyes and your face? They go all over.
On my nose?
They just have a big orgy on your face.
They just go to my nose here and fuck, and they go back in my eyelash.
Yeah, they go, they come, and they go. But no, really, and I think they're so small. Like whatever,
fucking disgusting.
Whatever the eyelash, like the eyelash holder.
That's actually super cool.
They can actually fit down in there next to the eyelash. They just follow the eyelash back into the cave. But it's so small cool. You wouldn't care.
That's actually cool.
Yeah.
But that's gross.
Yeah. So anybody out there that's maybe like me, that's single and maybe sleeping alone a lot, and you think there's no action going on in your bed, think again. I'll be here all week. So
he's got a drawer of them, ladies and gentlemen. He's full of them. He's got them ready to come out.
Yeah,
it's been time.
I leave little cigarettes for him and stuff. A little robe.
Cigarettes and sex.
Sex bugs. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. So I had a crazy surgery. And a lot of people kind of be like, where have you been?
It's a fucked up one.
What's been going on? How come you haven't been around? How long is it going to be? Like some people even were aware that I was having a surgery, but not exactly why. And then other times they were like, they knew I had it, but then they were like, hey, are y'all walking around again? And it was like, no way. It was too sticky.
They all thought you were having a sex operation.
It took too long. And there was so, you know, it's funny. We'll get to that. Don't let me forget that. Let me get to that. So.
At least that's what I thought. I'm just kidding.
Well, I thought.
I knew.
Do you still think that? How do you feel now? Do you feel like I had it or not?
There's something.
Do I seem feminine or not? But I guarantee there's some more gray in this fucking beard after going through all this. But so I figured we would just talk about it on here. This is where I kind of like work a lot of my crap out anyway, is on this podcast. And
good therapy.
It is good therapy. And it kind of like, it sort of like freezes it in time where like if there's this big thing that's just like, I try to tell all my good story. I don't know if this is going to be a good story or not. I try to tell all my good stories on here because that way I don't have to, first off, I don't have to tell them a million times. You know, if somebody goes, hey, what was that thing? I go, oh, you know, by the way, it's on Spotify or it's on YouTube. You know, you can go hear all about it. Kind of like the Ouija board story. You know, like it got to the point where so many people wanted to hear that. I thought, let's just capture it on this podcast and then it'll be there forever. This is kind of like that, except honestly, I don't know which one was worse. In that story, I fought a demon, and this could have honestly been worse than that. So, I'm not kidding. So, this sucked. So, I'll try to condense it so this doesn't go forever. And I know you already know a lot of this, but maybe some people don't know what all happened. So, anyway, way back in the 1900s, the 90s actually, I was in a terrible car accident, and I was just a teenager. It was Labor Day, 1990. I wasn't even old enough to drive. I was riding with a friend of mine, and we were hit head on at nighttime. We were hit head on Middlebrook Pike by a drunk driver, and it destroyed us. Barely, I mean, neither one of us should have lived. It was terrible. People who have known me for a long time remember that accident from like back then. And long story short, I'll list some of the injuries. So the girl driving broke all the bones in both of her legs. She had 132 stitches, I think, in the side of her face, where her face went through the side window. She had the steering wheel came all the way, came all the way like through the front of her. So she had bruises on her liver, on her heart, and she got off easier than I did. My injuries, the aorta, the big artery that comes out of the heart, was ripped in half, and that's why I should have died. Technically, did die for 17 minutes. For anybody keeping score. And then I had, my spleen was destroyed, so I've got a huge scar here. My whole face was destroyed, like, from the windshield. Like, the seatbelts didn't even matter at this point. Like, it just broke off. And so my whole face was cut apart and pushed up, like, my bone was sticking out. But the worst thing that I had on my end was, other than my whole chest turning into a huge blood clot, was my hip on my left side was destroyed, completely ripped out of socket, and it was up against my spine. So I should have been paralyzed, but somehow, thank Jesus, whatever. Somebody was looking out for me.
I don't know this story.
We never talked about this?
You've never... This is my first reaction of hearing this story. Oh my God, Spencer.
Yeah. It was bad. So they told us later, and they tried to bring Lifestar in, and they couldn't land it because there were trees. So they tried to bring it and then had to take it away, and they would bring like an ambulance.
You're going to edit this part out. But you're going to have to, oh my God, like.
I can give you more details after this. We can get into the nitty gritty of it. But like they told us that 90% of the people that with our injuries don't even make it to the hospital. Mm-mm. And then 70% of those people don't ever make it out of surgery. Her and I both lived. And so it made high school real interesting for us. Like,
fuck yeah.
I missed like a whole year. I had to have a homebound teacher. She missed part of it, and then she was at school, but she was in a wheelchair. She actually went to prom in a wheelchair. You know, she made the best of it. I mean, she was tough as hell. But like, I mean, it was a lot for kids, you know, to go through it. I mean, that was literally the point in my life where things just changed. Like, it was probably the most.
Oh my God! Like, that's a massive.
Yeah, it's the most pivotal moment of my whole life.
That's an amazing. That's a. I don't know what to say. Like, that's yeah.
So this cool surgeon comes in. He comes out and tells my parents, like, "Hey, we're going to operate, but he's probably going to die." Like, just letting you guys know as soon as we open him up, that's going to be it. But we'll do our best. So it was crazy out in the waiting room. And the freaking guy was like a World War II field surgeon. So he was like tough as balls. This guy goes in, sews it right up. The aorta holds on somehow, puts it back together, and they just start stitching me up. They did a little plastic surgery here. That's why I'm so beautiful. Sorry. Anyway, but long story short, I lived, and they were able to move the hip. I wasn't paralyzed. They were able to move the hip back into socket, kind of, but there wasn't much of a socket left. But the problem is I was like barely into my teens, and you can't do a hip replacement on a teenager. It won't last, especially back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Your bones are still growing. So, long story short, I had to wait 20 years to get the hip replaced because you had to wait as long as you possibly could. And so finally, like back in 2011, I think, I got a full hip replacement on the left side. And I was one of the youngest people in the hospital to have one. Because usually it happens to like elderly people that have like osteoarthritis, stuff like that. So anyway, cut to a million years later. So they put this artificial hip in. I'm good. I've got a weird limp. That's kind of why I walk funny now these days and stuff. But still, I'm okay. Sustainable after we get through the recovery. Very little pain. Good to go. So about 1 year ago, in fact, last October, 2024, I've got some arthritis in my knees because I'm old as shit. So I go in to Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. God bless them. They keep me going. If anybody's ever seen Burn the City, and whether you enjoyed it or not, if you just saw us standing on stage performing, it's 100% because of friggin' Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Like, they keep my knees all lubed up. They put steroids in them and keep them going. So I go in, and I see Dr. Kate over there. She's the best. She's like an angel. And she says, hey, don't you have an artificial hip? I said, yeah, as a matter of fact. She goes, how long has it been since we've x-rayed that? I said, I don't know, years, maybe? And she goes, we probably ought to just do an x-ray just because it's good to take a look at it every couple of years. Oh, cool. She does an x-ray, comes back. She said, hey, I've got some very, very interesting news for you. I said, what's the deal? She goes, that hip has been recalled. I go, what? She said, it's been recalled. Like, those are failing, and they're causing problems for people. And I go, well, you mean like a recall, like on a car part? You know, like what? Yeah. What do I take it to the dealership? What do I do? She goes, well, we need to get some blood work. So I go to the lab. They take blood, special kind of blood work, and they tested for magnesium, chromium, and cobalt, all of which in certain amounts are very poisonous to human. Magnesium's fine, chromium's fine, cobalt through the roof. And there you go. She goes, we got to get it out. It's got to come out. We got to put another one in. And I was like, come again? She goes, yeah. So I start seeing all these doctors. They start doing these assessments, x-rays, EKGs, MRIs, you name it. We even did a CAT scan because that's better for looking at bone density. And it turns out that these artificial hips, when they fail, they give off all these crazy metals into the blood, which are poisonous. Mm-hmm. They cause all kinds of health problems. They even create what they call pseudotumors, which are these little lesions that look like cancerous tumors, but they're not. And that stuff happens everywhere. So, I mean, it's nuts what all can happen. Also, the actual joint itself grows like bacteria around it. So it's a mess. And finally, find a surgeon that wants to take it. Several surgeons were like, I'm not screwing with that. Finally found a guy, Dr. Edkin, here. He's KOC, but he's also like works over here at like UT Hospital. He goes, I've done this one a couple times. I'll get it out. And so back like June 24th of this year, I go in and I'm just like, yeah, man, it's no big deal. The first time I had a hip replacement in 2011, like it hurt a lot, but like they had me up walking same day. Like, oh, come on, let's do it. Let's walk. And after about 3 weeks, it felt better than before the surgery. And in like 6 weeks, I was like, hell yeah, I feel great. This time, that's what I went in expecting, okay? And I'm just like, all right, you guys, let's go. This is it. Let's do it. And they're all kind of looking at me like, what, are you crazy? Why are you in such a good mood? And they know something I don't know. And you're talking about the sex change. So this guy, God bless it. Ash Hudson, dear friend of mine, married our friend and our legend, Brandon Hudson, who we all love. She works in the OR at UT Hospital. So she kind of stacked my staff. She had like the best techs in there. The anesthesiologist was like a guy she knew. And that's the funny part. So he knew I was friends with her. So the guy comes in to meet me pre-surgery. And he goes, all right, man, here's what we're going to do. Well, we're going to get in. He starts talking to me how they're going to maintain like the blood pressure and all this stuff throughout the surgery. And they're going to monitor my heart rate and everything, just making me feel good. He goes, we just want you to know, like, everything's going to be okay. He goes, I understand a sex change can be a very devastating operation. And I was like, man, fuck you. So they were all cool. But so they do the surgery. I come out of surgery. First thing I notice, I wake up. Oh, fuck, it hurts so bad. Like the kind of hurt that I hope most people don't ever experience when like you can't sit still, like you're just like climbing the walls. You can't you can't just sit, like you can't get comfortable at all. And they finally start giving me a little bit of medicine for pain. And I go home in a couple days, basically in a wheelchair for 2 months. I have some little bit of at-home physical therapy. It doesn't really do a whole lot because you can't do a whole lot. Here's the linchpin of this whole thing for me. Getting the old one out is what wrecked me, because the old one was designed to last forever. They didn't know it was going to fail. And it had all these little holes in it where the bone grows through the metal, basically making it permanent. So like to get it out, he had to perform what they call an osteotomy, which is where they, everybody listen closely on this one. That's where they take your femur and they split it all the way down and open it up like a sandwich to take the thing out, because you can't bore around it to pull it out. So, yeah, so that's why my recovery, that added like an extra 2 months to the recovery. And it was 2 months of just sitting, not doing anything, because we got a bone healing. So like, dude, there's so much muscle deterioration, all kinds of complications with that. So like, when the bone finally healed, it was like I was back at square one. And so this just took fucking forever. And you know what I brought? I brought a little x-ray to show you. You ready for this? Take a look at this right here. That's what it looks like after healing on the inside. It looks like it's got freaking zip ties. Take a look at that.
Oh my God.
And if you look at there's a little side piece, you can tell where he cut the femur.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. That's I brought that. Literally, when I was packing up the laptop today, I found that on the table, and I was like, I'm bringing that to show Grace.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, bro. Look at that.
You're like a robot.
Again, I'm like a robot again. And that little side, you can tell where he cut the femur on the side right there. So anyway, that's what I've been dealing with.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
That's fucking gnarly.
Yeah. And everything was going pretty well. Started to get relatively pain-free. I'm rolling around in the wheelchair, but I can stand up, you know. And then somewhere, I think it was like, what they start doing is like, after like 8 weeks, 8 weeks, you're allowed to put a little weight on it. And then 2 weeks later, a little more. And after about another month, you can actually put full weight on it. That means you can take a step. Because you got to think, when you walk for just a minute, you offload all of your weight to one foot to pick the other foot up and move it.
I'm never going to complain about my body being stiff or sore again.
Look.
Ever.
It's not a
definitely never in front of me.
But like literally the day.
Fuck my joints.
The day I was supposed to hit full weight bearing, something happened. Like during my physical therapy at home, we were like walking around on the cane or like going up and down the steps or something like that. And I think I popped an internal suture. That's what they decided it probably was. That means, let me explain an internal suture to you real quick. So like, that means when they go in to do an operation like this, that they go in the side of your leg and they cut everything, all your muscles, everything, and they fold it back like a big steak. And then they go in and do the work. And then on their way out, they sew it up on their way out. So there's these sutures inside while it's healing. So apparently during physical therapy, I popped one of those. So it was like a 3-week setback. I was back in the wheelchair after being up on a walker for a while. So I had to wait on all that crap. And that lasted about 10 days. Finally kind of started to come back a little bit. And then we started physical therapy again. So it's just been like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And then I had like a problem with vertigo once I started like walking around where I'd get all dizzy. And they were like, that's normal after surgery. I was just like, bruh, Yes, pumpkin. But I'm glad to be back.
That's just like that. You telling the story from like day, like I didn't know about. I knew you were in a car wreck.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I did not know that deep like that.
Yeah, I don't just have shitty bones. Like I was actually injured a while back. That's where all this comes from.
That's like, I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be
Missed
here.
you. That sounds awful.
Yeah. Well, now I will say this. Like, so that all that to say that's
where you've been.
That's where I've been, and that's the story of what I've done this summer, basically. But I will say this now.
Summer of 2025.
Summer of 2025, and I don't want to come off like I'm just complaining. It's been challenging. It's definitely been.
You have every right to complain.
But
I feel like you have. This gives you some right. Like you have right to complain.
Some good things came out of it, and I wouldn't be me if I didn't at least talk about some of the good things that came out of this strange 3-4 month period of healing all this stuff. So I was confined to home. I couldn't really go anywhere. So I had to find all this stuff to do. So I kind of started learning to edit video. That's why some of these podcasts are now showing up on YouTube, and we've got some reels, and Burn the City has a video for Dark Star. And I've just sat and figured it out. And it's very labor intensive. It's just like, it's a lot. But I kind of figured out how to do that stuff. So I got that. So I gained a skill. Mm-hmm. I recorded tons of guitar parts for the new Burn the City record because I had nothing else to do at home. And then all of a sudden, and this kind of relates to the last podcast we launched, we talked about here after rehearsal one night, that whole Ozzy thing happened.
Yeah.
And that kind of came out of nowhere. And like, I got to see the whole Back to the Beginning concert with all these people. And it just sort of like, it kind of put rock music kind of back in the conversation.
Oh, rock and roll is back on the scene.
It's big.
It's there.
But it kind of came from that moment, And here's the thing. That happened on a Saturday. And I really think if I would have not had this surgery, if I would have been working and I would have just been so busy, I probably never would have seen that. I probably would have just heard about it, maybe seen a clip and thought, anyway. But as the case was, I had nothing to do but just sit around all day. And I just watched the whole thing top to bottom. And like, it was like 6 generations of musicians and fans all together appreciating like the origin of heavy metal. So that kind of set the tone for like the whole summer. And that wasn't a bad way to be. I mean, other than just like the immobility and the healing and like, when is it going to end kind of a thing. It kind of set this really cool, creative vibe, at least for me, going through the summer a little bit. So I was actually able to I was inspired by that to like play guitar a lot, to learn about music theory. We'll talk more about this later, but we worked with this composer from Spain named Patrick Grief, and she's a genius. And she actually wrote some music on the new Burn the City record, believe it or not. Like she wrote string arrangements. I can't even get into that. But like while we were decoding it, she was teaching us all this stuff about music. And it was just like Hunter and I were talking about music theory. And like we thought we knew kind of how music worked. No, we don't. Like she's in the conservatory in Spain, and she really like tuned us up as far as like, but there's just all these like, there was a lot of growth that happened this summer other than the bone in my friggin' leg. Hey. So, it wasn't all terrible. There was like a lot of very introspective moments that were kind of cool, So again, kind of like the original car wreck. I don't know if I could go back and change it. I don't know if I would. I mean, it was definitely difficult, but I'm kind of opinion that like difficult things aren't always bad. Sometimes difficult things grow you a little bit,
Oh, you definitely have growth. Like you grow, you definitely have growth of the person you are when you go through difficult things, like inside you.
And everything things kind of happen in time too. So you know what I mean? Like I think I needed to be still for a little while. And now like I'm definitely ready to get back out. I'm ready to like go do things as I'm just trying to build my stamina up. Like I get tired easily. I'm still on a cane. Hopefully
it's a gold pimp cane. It's a cool. I asked you and you said no, it's a lame cane. That's a cool ass cane.
A cane looks cool when it's optional. Like you could go over there right now and pick that cane up and sport around with it and then put it down and be like, yo, what up? That cane's badass. But me, like I have to carry that piece of shit around. So it's a little less cool when you have to have it,
I get it. I'm still double fisting the coffee.
Appreciate that.
They can see that. It's a lot of caffeine today.
Grace and I got too much coffee, which I'm not sure if that's a real thing, but we have a lot of coffee.
We do have a lot of coffee.
So anyway, that's me cleansing myself with that whole story about what happened. That's where I've been. That's why nobody's seen me.
That's some good therapy.
I mean,
And hearing that, I don't know if you saw my face, like when you told me the story, like if you saw that emotion of like, holy fucking shit.
I didn't mean to pain you with it, but
no, that wasn't pain. It was like it was finding out something about a dear friend that was like a pivotal moment in his life.
Yeah.
Something but like that, and like feeling like, I love you.
Well, I love you too. And, man, like, I mean, there's no point in, nobody gains anything from sitting around feeling sorry for themselves or feeling like a victim. But there was one point where I was going during all this, and I was going to have like an EKG, I think pre-surgery, and the doctor, he was asking, so wait, why are they taking it out? Cobalt. And he had never even treated anybody for cobalt poisoning. And he was just like, how old are you? And I told him, and he goes, you've seen an awful lot. He goes, you definitely should not have seen this much crap at your age, And I was like, well, thank you. I was like, sometimes I wonder if like I'm just, if I just like broke a mirror or something, but it is what it is. You just keep moving. I mean, you just keep your eye on the prize. That's how I do it anyway. Like whether you're dealing with like physical setbacks or health issues or whatever, you just keep slogging away at whatever your goal is, But all in all, it's not
the wisdom.
It's not the worst.
You're a wise man, Spencer.
So yeah. So if you're watching this now on YouTube or listening to this on Spotify or Amazon or iTunes or whatever like that, and you're one of the people I said, just go listen to the thing. That's the story. So that way I don't have to tell it 1,000 times. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but
enough about me.
Well, I mean, that's the summer of Spencer 2025. But other things happen.
Tell me about the outside world. What all did I miss? What all happened this summer while I was incubating at home?
Incubating at home. I'm trying to think of all the, like in the worldly things.
I heard it was hot as balls.
It was fucking super hot.
Several people that would stop by occasionally when they would come in to the house.
I feel like everything was crisp.
Frazzled. Like everybody was like sweating around the eyes and they were just like panting.
I still do sweat. Yeah. Fucking, it was hot, very hot.
I heard it was one of the hottest summers on.
That's how I stayed. But like, I walk outside and walk with dogs, so I sweat. I'm literally sweating all the time outside. So I dress like this, and that's how I basically kept the weight off. But I was able to eat as many sweets as possible.
Nice. When you do a dog walk, how long is it typically?
It depends on, I guess, how energetic the dog and the client's able to ask. But it depends on price.
What is the longest, like which breed?
I don't walk. I mean, in this heat, I don't do longer than 40 minutes.
Okay. And that's 40? That's still long.
That is long, but like 30 minutes is like my average. That's usually.
I guess dog walking, when you say walk a dog, that's different from
25.
Just taking a dog out to pee. Like when I think walk the dog, I think you just take it out till it craps and then you take it back in.
No, I'm like walking like through neighborhoods on different streets.
What is the most exhausting dog to walk?
I mean, I can't say.
Don't say a specific family but like, what's a breed of dog when they go, okay, you're going to walk my dog Saturday, and you just go
a doodle, like any doodle,
like the golden doodle,
like the golden doodle, the Bernie doodle,
what's a Bernie doodle?
It's a Bernese mountain dog with a poodle.
Ooh, and they
any
just go
poodle,
crazy.
Any doodle thing, yeah,
exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Damn,
they jump all the time. But everybody has one.
I feel
it's
like
the most
too.
Popular dog. I see husky. I did just recently have a Dalmatian. I've always wanted a Dalmatian. Always. I loved 101 Dalmatians.
Totally.
Pongo.
They're real pretty dogs too.
Oh, I love beautiful. No one knows this about them, but they're actually like they have a lot of defects. Like the breed itself just has a lot. They're either deaf or blind. It's a common that you get in Dalmatians. Is that they're either blind or they're deaf. I feel
like somebody told me
they're actually not. They're more of an aggressive breed.
Dalmatians are.
Yeah, like they have attitudes with people.
I've heard that certain dog breeds have like genetic like hip problems, like hip dysplasia and stuff.
German Shepherds,
Okay.
Boxers are really prone to cancer.
Damn.
And any bully, like the French bulldog, the Boston, with everything with the bulldog with the snout, they have like overheat exhaustion, but like breathing issues because their nose. They're the number one dog that overheats because they can't pant well. Like that's how a dog cools off,
like
is
a
by
bulldog?
panting.
So 40-minute dog walk.
That's a lot. Yeah,
In
30
the
minutes.
summer.
In the summer, yeah.
With a doodle.
With a doodle.
That sounds exhausting. Mm-hmm. And like,
I like it though. I just see the animals.
do you ever have to
my
do those
favorite.
like back to back? Like do one 40
Oh, yeah.
minute and then
I'll do 4 or 5 in a row.
Jesus.
Drive to another client's house, do it. Drive to another.
Dang, dude.
Go back to and walk the dog a second time in the same day.
In the heat?
Yeah.
That definitely counts.
I feel like I don't look it. I gained some weight. That's 2025 will do to you. But we're entering winter season.
Definitely did it
Sweater season is coming. You excited?
Yeah, it
you
got
just
down-
said that's how your house smells.
to me. Yeah. Well, my house smells like fall all year round because I use those air fresheners. But like, yeah, it just got down to like 56 or something the other day for the first time in God knows how long. But I think we're getting there. The weather's
are.
really good
I
lately.
ate some cereal on the porch last night, and I was
Ooh.
like, this feels really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can finally sit outside and it's not, the humidity is starting to go away. You're still getting warm days.
Yeah. I can still be like this, dressed.
Yeah, like I'm in
on
shorts.
at 2 p.m., and it's like hot, but it's not unbearable. It's not sweltering.
Yeah.
And then it's cool, like, 8,
Yeah.
9 o'clock, you sit outside and you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Just throw a hoodie in the car. You're
I'm
good to
not
go.
worried about a mosquito eating me right now. It's
Indeed. No, dude, I feel the same way, man. Like, I love the fall, and I'm glad that I'm finally like, now that I'm like getting out, hopping around, like even if it's just short trips at a time, to be able to like experience a little bit of the fall. Fall in East Tennessee is one of my favorite things.
it's a beautiful.
It's such a beautiful season here, and I don't know if it's just where we are in the valley or, I don't know all the specifics, but I know it just gets super gorgeous. The weather is super awesome, and it's just real fun to be outside at all. Even if you're just running around in the city, like shopping and stuff. But also if you can get
it's
out
my
near.
favorite time to shop.
Yeah, dude. It's
All the sales are happening. You're transitioning from summer to fall. So you got all the sales.
Have you been in? I hear there's a new Spirit Halloween that's just insane.
I haven't gone, but I have seen it.
I've
I've heard about it.
It's just the craziest thing ever.
I know where it is. Ooh, it's right next to where we're going to get lunch.
Really? Maybe we'll peek in there and see
I
what's
can
going
hop
on.
in. I can 20 minutes of running around in there.
Dude, well, speaking of, I guess this will technically come out, like, this will probably be our Halloween episode. I don't know if we'll get another
Spooky.
episode. Have
Our
you seen any
spooky
good,
season?
any
horror?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Hit what do you got?
So we just watched it's an extremely fucked up Korean movie. We watched it last night.
Okay.
And I couldn't. I was getting so frustrated. I'm not gonna. It's just a fucked up movie. But we have been watching a lot of horror. We have been watching different.
Wait, what was the fucked up Korean movie?
It was just like just this.
Was it The Audition?
No, it was. So we have been watching some Korean films that are like have demonic
Crazy
I can't.
stuff.
I don't remember the titles.
Right.
Like he never tells me when he puts them on, but we're watching them. Like one's a super demonic one where like the whole family, it's like the island they go, but there's like human sacrifice at the end. It's
Nice.
just, and it's just fucked up. One last night, it was just about a wife was being beaten by her husband, and like the town knew about it, and then like there's some
Jesus.
fucked up shit happening to little girls. Anyways,
That's terrible.
and it turned into a revenge film where at the end the mom just goes fucking nuts and butchers like everyone who like wronged her and like tortured. So it definitely had some good revenge factor.
I love a
That
good
was the
revenge.
point. But it was fucked up.
One of my favorite, I don't know if I would call it a horror movie. It's like more like a suspense, is a movie called Revenge. And it's the same lady that directed The Substance. Like my mural up here on
Yes,
the,
your mural you have.
Coralie Farge, probably my favorite writer-director that's alive right now. She before she did The Substance, she did a movie called Revenge about this girl that like goes on this like holiday with these like super rich
Is it
boyfriend.
in Australia?
Maybe it's kind of out in an isolated area.
Yes.
And then they try to kill her, but like she comes back and like takes them all on, but it's so bloody. Like, it's really wild, but it's called Revenge.
I think maybe we have seen it.
It's good.
I would say it didn't just
There's a
come
scene
out,
where this
but
guy-
Weapons is honestly probably one of my
Saw it.
favorite horror movies. Like, that shit.
I liked it.
I loved it.
I liked it a lot.
And they're coming out with the film with Gladys.
Gladys.
Aunt Gladys. She was the...
Oh, from Weapons?
Yeah, from Weapons. They're going to like come. The TV show Welcome to Derry. It
I haven't
comes
seen
out
it
this
yet.
month. I'm about to watch. It makes super excited.
I know. Doesn't Guillermo del Toro have a Frankenstein movie coming out?
Yeah.
That should
Bride.
be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is going to
It's his adaptation of Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be a big deal. I thought the second season of Wednesday was good. There was a lot of TV.
I did like it.
That's one thing that I was sort of like sequestered to doing this summer, was just watching a lot of TV, and Wednesday was good. Not every episode was a banger, but there were a couple really, really good ones. I've got the biggest hots for Catherine Zeta-Jones in that movie, or in that series rather. She's just breathtaking in Wednesday. But the new Dexter was a banger.
It was awesome.
Bro,
It was
every
really
Friday
good.
on the nose, I would get up, I would wheel myself into the kitchen, get my little breakfast, wheel back over, take all my medicine, and then watch Dexter, just like clockwork every
Yeah.
Friday. And it was so exciting. They never dropped the lead. Like, it was just killer, man.
It was
And
good.
they're doing another season of that same, I guess that era of Dexter. Was it Resurrection is going to be?
Yeah.
They're going to have a Resurrection season 2.
With Peter
Dinklage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he probably won't be in the new one. You know, those spoilers, they iced him. But it's going to be fantastic.
So it would be. I'm trying to think. We saw.
And that was one of
a
the
lot
weirdest
movies.
kill scenes because he's so little.
Mm-hmm.
When they had him tied up in there, it was to me, it was the weirdest Dexter kill scene of the entire mythos. But I mean, dude, there were so many killer actors. It was just bonkers good. That's probably the best thing I saw on TV, I think, this summer. I think we would be remiss if we didn't mention there's something different about this Halloween than any previous Halloween. There is I think maybe for the first time since I was a little kid, an overwhelmingly popular Halloween costume that all the freaking kids want to be. I mean, they're saying that it's outnumbered every costume since Star Wars or something like that. And it's freaking K-pop demon hunters.
What?
Every single kid has to be, well, and I guess it's probably mostly geared toward girls because the 3 characters are female, but it's like everybody I know that has a daughter is just like, yeah, if we can't find it, we're going to have to make it. And we have to. There's no getting around it. It's so big. Biggest thing, I don't know, it's the biggest thing ever. It's crazy how big it is.
Wow.
Been streamed on Netflix. It's number one movie ever on Netflix. Ever. It's nuts. Most popular female recording group of the century. Bigger than Destiny's Child.
What?
Yeah. It's the first time a female pop artist group has had a single that stayed on the charts this long since 2001, which was Beyonce and Destiny's Child. Dude, it's the 3 girls who actually sang the songs in the I call it, I probably shouldn't even call it a cartoon because it's this crazy anime on Netflix. But it's this musical. Have you seen it? Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
I've heard about it and I've seen little, but I don't.
Just watch it.
I don't get sucked into it.
Just watch it. You'll understand. You'll see why. I am the absolute last demographic that would watch it. I'm an old dude that likes metal. There's no reason for me to watch a cartoon about 3 girls that sing these K-pop songs. Bro, it kills. It straight up kills. And it was actually a couple of the guys in the band Burn the City that told me, they were like, dude, have you seen it? And I was like, what? K-pop? No, I haven't seen it. No, why would I watch that? And they're like, dude, the songs are actually really good. And I was like, meh. And again, I didn't think anything about it. But then I had all this time cooped up at home with nothing to do. And I was like, ugh. And I was hearing more about it. Songs going on the charts. Crazy. I was like, man, I'll just see what it's brilliant. It's really, really good. The animation is
You're
clever.
blowing my mind.
It's
I'll
clever.
have to.
Dude, you'll cry. I swear you'll cry. You'll totally cry. I cried. Like, it's got moments like that. It's got this big, cool, like, cat, this blue cat that comes up out of the floor. There's all this crazy stuff in it. But it's real clever, and it's real smart. The way that it's put together. It's real funny.
Like, it's bigger than the Power Rangers?
Oh, dude, totally. It's the biggest thing. Like, they just had him on The Tonight Show, and he handed them their platinum record while interviewing, and they all started crying. It's wild. And there's, like, 3 girls that voice them when they're talking, and then there's 3 girls that do the singing. So there's 6 different girls that play these 3 characters. But it's nuts. It went on Saturday Night Live. Like, it's a whole thing. But that supposedly is kind of the K-pop Demon Hunters phenomenon is kind of what's taking over Halloween this year in 2025 for sure. And honestly, man, I'm here for it. It's like kids are into it. Kids are happy about it. Kids are singing it in the streets. Like, it's got a good message about like the song that like hit number 1 and just stayed there forever, that blew everybody else off the charts, is a song called Golden. And it's a great song, and it's got this super high note, and like the girl hits it and everybody just goes crazy. But honestly, I think there are better songs in the movie than that one, but that's the big one. And you've probably heard it, even if you don't know that you heard it.
It's a show or a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a movie, okay.
And in the movie, there's like these 3 girls, and they're K-pop artists, but they're also these like celestial demon hunters. Like, there's like a lineage.
I mean, is that what they look like?
That's what the animated characters look like. But then there are real girls that actually do the singing. And the real girls are actually real artists that have their own careers and have previously had videos and songwriting, but they're killers, man. Like for lack of a better explanation, like when they came out on Saturday Night Live, I'm sorry, when they were on the Tonight Show, they interviewed them, and they were real polite, and they're real like humble, and they're not at all like, you wouldn't think it was like the biggest selling female group ever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they were real humble, and they were just like, this is so crazy. We don't know. But then when they went to sing, like, they had that fucking look. Like, that. Have you ever seen those performers that go on stage like, I'm going to kill you? Like, that killer looks, like they had that shit in their eye. When I see that in a performer, I don't care what they're playing. If they're playing country, classical, they're playing church music, they're playing metal. When I see somebody that has that look in their eye and they're performing, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. That's the real deal. Like, that's what I saw when I first saw Butch Walker. The first time I ever saw Steve Vai, Eddie Van Halen had it. You know what I mean? Like, certain people, like I think all the girls in the band Dogma have it. Like, they're going to get you. Bad Nerves has it. And these are all really friendly people, but they're like,
I don't know this look.
The K-pop Demon Hunter girls had that when they came out to sing. Like, I was like, oh snap, this is the real thing. This isn't kiddie shit. Like, these girls are here to kill. And they do, man. They sing so good. Anyway, but that's going to be the big Halloween 2025. It's going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. There's a funny SNL skit too.
I'm going to check it out because I haven't heard any of this.
Just watch the movie. Watch it.
I'll watch it.
It'll get you in your feels. Okay. Whether you think it will.
I'll let you know if I cry.
Some of it's like obviously cheesy because it is sort of.
Have you seen the movie Good Boy?
With the dog?
Yeah.
No, but so we wanted to try and go see that. Again, I haven't been able to really make plans to do anything, but it was at Central Cinema, and then it was gone. Like, it was in and out. I definitely want to see it bad. Also, I need to watch my yearly. I need to take my yearly stroll down memory lane and watch Pet Sematary, which is my all-time favorite horror movie. Man, well, we're back in on our time there. Thank you for listening to all my crap, all my crazy like medical histories and all that.
I have so many questions.
There's a lot.
Yeah. I have so many questions.
I will answer all of them. You
better.
Yeah, we need to go eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So Grace, say goodbye to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace is finally back. You're welcome.
I'm happy to be back. Thank you. Thank you for having me back. It's been a minute. It feels good to sit down with you.
I was about to say
therapy. I was about to say good to see you.
It's great to sit across from you. I absolutely love you. You're one of my favorite people in the entire world, and I love doing this podcast.
My heart grew 10 times for you today. Boop, boop, boop.
Well, we'll do it again then.
Yeah, it feels good. I'm back.
We'll get back in here and we'll do some more. We'll get into holidays. Shit, holidays are coming. All the stuff's coming to talk about.
Stuff's coming.
All right. Well, we're going to go eat. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging around. And stay tuned for Beacon House.
Oh, my.